bad making you guys wait. I know you want to get home, but well, we're what the coach has done. I mean, we've worked harder on our offense than our defense, probably the first time in my career, and probably the last time in my career, because my mother's 88, and she's here tonight, and a couple of our two guards got a one-on-one deal with her later on to see if they can guard her. We did not check very well, and we just didn't guard anybody on the perimeter. I thought for the most part, Trice played pretty well, didn't shoot as well as he'd been shooting. I thought Valentine was unbelievable. I thought Dawson played very well the first half and looked disinterested the second half, which happens. And then we got guys that were up and down. I mean, Branden can really shoot it. But you can't give up as many as you make. And I thought Elvin early was not very good. I thought the second half he played better. Tom got his feet wet. I thought Marvin played better the second half. But we had some bizarre lineups in there to try to just move some people around and see what different combinations would do. And I think we got something out of it, but I wasn't pleased with our defense. It just wasn't very good. And, we didn't turn it over bad. We had 5 turnovers on illegal screens, which is hard to believe. I didn't think we shot it as well the second half, which we didn't. And didn't really shoot great from the free throw line, and that was BJ who's worked his butt off on it, but went 1 for 4. So we got a lot of things to work on, but 90% of it will be our defense, and that's something that we've always been pretty good at, so I think we'll get better at it. Good first outing. Questions?
I just want to ask you about what it meant for Russell to come back tonight.
Yeah, it's one of the cool things in my job. I think everybody, whenever a kid doesn't have as good a career as you think, you always think it's the coach and the kid. And Russ did a lot for us last year. I mean, he saved Keith Applingen some times when he was going through some rough times, and he really was unfortunately, he didn't get to play as much, but he really was a heck of a leader, a guy that came to my office every day. And when we thought about this, and we kind of mentioned it, and Russ mentioned it, and I thought it would be cool. And, what you really appreciate is those people coming here, and his coach down there right now just spending an hour thanking me for doing it. And, it was nice that Russ had a good game. He shot pretty well. And we played decent. So, I think his team will get better. I think his coach was appreciative, and we were appreciative, and I thought our fans did a nice job for him. And God almost died when I thought he hurt his knee there, but it was just that he banged it. It wasn't that he twisted it, so that's okay. The bumps will recover, but the others won't. And it meant a lot to me. I think it meant even more to him.
Tom, you mentioned Branden Dawson, and these are the games that maybe in the past you wouldn't have looked as engaged. You looked, especially in that first half, very dialed in. Is that something that's...
Yeah, that's really, he was almost too aggressive. He was jumping on those ball screens. He doesn't realize he doesn't have Adrian behind him. And we screwed up a couple of things that we haven't worked as hard on the tags, on the screening rolls that, we'll shore that up quick. But, I thought he rebounded well. He kicked it out well. He made some shots early. He definitely, that was a 22-12 day. If he does anything the second half, he just kind of drifted in the second half, scored, 3-4 points, three rebounds. But all in all, I was pleased with Branden for a good part of the game when it mattered. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, you can just yell.
Yeah, not to jump all over one exhibition, but Denzel's shot looks a little bit different, quicker, tighter, maybe, or is that
quicker and tighter? Good. Jeez, scary. Writers got that right. You're right, though. All kidding aside, it is quicker and tighter. It's not as drawn out. That ball's locked in right there. That's a pretty good term. And quicker, tighter, and better. Add the third one. He just looks smoother, and one thing that's helped him is Aaron Harris is probably the hardest guy on our team to guard, and every day, Denzel's asking to guard him. and Trice guards him some. And I thought those two played better defense. This week, Bryn and Elvin are going to guard them all week, and hopefully that'll improve their intensity a little bit as far as defensively. But I thought Denzel, if you looked at everything he did, shot it well, he rebounded well. You know, he had 3 turnovers, but one of them's on an illegal screen, and one of them when he zunged that ball by Costello, and that's what we call KYP, you know who you're throwing it to, know the personnel. And it wasn't a great pass, it was catchable, but, you know, not for everyone.
Hey, Tom, Russell said he talked to Branden Dawson about being a new dad, but he said BJ didn't have any tips for him. Did you get a chance to talk with him at all, give him some fatherly advice, and talk with him about the next step in his life?
Well, we've talked a lot, you know, back before he left, and then since he's been gone. I mean, I talked to Russell. He called me like Friday, and last Friday, everything was cool. It looked like she was going to be way late, and then let me see, what day did he call me? Because then the next day he called me and said, I'm at the hospital. So, yeah, I got a chance to talk to him. It was great for his parents. It was great. He had a lot of people that came up. Been a hectic couple of days for him, but he was there for that, and that was great, and got to be with his team and got to come back where Russell loves it here. He really does, and I think that's one of those rare moments when it's win-win-win, you know. Fatherly advice, I got enough problems with my own too, so I don't know if I can give anybody any advice on that, but it would be just hang on. And, you know, he did have a little girl, which means she'll be daddy's little girl until she hits about 15, and then the next 65, 70 years, it's Katie bar the door with those women. You know how that goes. So no insult to the two that are in here, but facts are facts.
Any additional questions, Coach?
Yes.
Tom, did you get any clarity tonight at the 2-guard position, and how do you kind of see that going forward?
Did I what? Was the first
Did you get any
part?
clarity at the 2-guard
No,
position?
I didn't. If there's one thing I'm a little bit concerned with, I mean, both guys can do some things, but and I think Elvin should be a better defender, and Bryn should be a better shooter. But I think what's going to happen is, you know, it's not going to be a strength. I mean, last year, but you look at some things last year, you know, Gary was one of the best in the whole country, but even though Keith was hurt and wasn't very good offensively, he was very good defensively. But that's where Branden and maybe Schilling are going to have to, you know, be better defensively and help a little bit more, use their athleticism. I think we're going to be a little better in that area. And with Zell playing as good as he is right now and Travis playing better defense, you know, it's not going to be a strength of this team yet, but we're going to change that by Friday. We're going to improve in that area one way or another. I promise you, by Friday it'll get better than it was tonight. I just maybe Bryn was a little nervous too, you know. But boy, guys are going around those guys like water through a tin horn. So we're gonna get that a little better.
So Tom, with the emphasis, you said you worked more on offense.
I did.
How much more? Why? Just because, you know, new faces and.
I got sick of you guys telling me that I was just a defensive coach, so I was going to prove you guys wrong, and I did. But that's not how I'm going to win games either. I mean, we are pretty good offensively, I think. I mean, I thought we missed some good shots tonight, too. I mean, Trice has been knocking everything in, and Zell early missed some. And I do think we are a better offensive team in ways. And part of that was because Keith, you know, struggled so much and everything. And Zell wasn't nearly the shooter he is last year. But you know, that's a good lesson for me, all kidding aside, is you still got to have your staples. Our rebounding was okay. I didn't think it was great, even though we out-rebounded by a lot. It was okay, but our defense has got to be shored up. So we'll spend more time on it. And some of those things, guys, to be very blunt and honest with you, were totally things that we haven't covered. We X out some. There's terminology we have that we just haven't really gotten to yet on a regular basis. And so in fairness to some of those guys, that don't know it as well. I mean, Marvin a couple of times looked like he was on a merry-go-round. You know, he was just spinning. And yet second half, I thought he settled down and made some nice passes. And so we'll get better at it. We'll get better just because we'll get everything in. But we still got to improve a lot on just flat out keeping a guy in front of us.
Why did Colby get the start tonight?
Well, Kobe started, I told you that this year I'm going to make sure that I get everything straightened out. And, you know, my two best students are struggling in a couple classes, and that's Costello and Schilling. And there's going to be some bizarre things that might happen this year, so hang on to your hat, because I'm going to nip some things in the bud, and I'm tired of guys not doing what they're supposed to do. And here's two great kids, great students. And they just, you know, so they just the way it was, you know. I hate almost saying it because it's embarrassing, because they're really good students and really good guys. But at the same time, if I don't tell you the truth, then you'll think it's drugs or alcohol, and it's no part of that. So those guys I just said, hey, you know what, this time I'm not starting you. Next time it'll be a half if you don't do your job. And they're not skipping class or anything, they're just not doing their job. And right now I'm on a mission. I'm going to make this thing solid, best program I can make it, and that includes all aspects of it. Anything else? Sorry I made you wait that long. I'll try not to do that. I know that that's a pet peeve of some of yours with other coaches in this. If Larson had a little food here, it would make it a little more convenient. And but there is? Well, then don't be disappointed. All right, thanks.